One of the things that we still have to do on Purdey to make her eligible, no, not really eligible, but conforming for Dakar regs, is to change the windows, which you can see of the glass ones have gone, for the polycarb ones. So we've got polycarb windows here from Plastics for Performance in the UK, who make them ready cut to fit in the series doors. And those are compliant for FIA regs, which is brilliant. So all we need to do now that we've got the glass ones out is get the polycarb ones made up and back in again. Now the polycarb windows, this is the glass one, this is the polycarb one, don't come with this strip on the side. So we've got new strips, new rubber bits and new metal bits to fit onto the polycarb window. The other thing we have to do is the little slider. So we're going to cut that out of a piece of polycarb that we've got left over from when we did the rear door window. And that will have to be stuck on to the new polycarb window. This should just be a push fit to get this on. We've got this piece of polycarb from the rear window. So that needs to be cut to make a little thing like this. And then when we've cut it, we can glue it onto here, just so we can open the window. Just pull it to move it, to slide it. So attempt one cutting that by hand didn't really work. So now we're going to use a machine and see if it works better with that. So we've got the little slider bits cut. Now we're going to stick them on with goop. If you haven't tried this stuff, it's called Amazing Goop, and it really is amazing. It kind of sticks anything to anything, and it's kind of flexible, and we've used it for a long time. But what we don't want to do is get the goop onto the window. So I've just put one of the sliders in place and masked around it, and now is the scary bit because I need to get the goop on and get it stuck on. Well, the first slider's in place. I wouldn't say I'm 100% happy with that, to be honest. It needs to cure now for 24 hours, so I'm hoping that when it's cured properly, then we can maybe clean that up a little bit. So this window fitting isn't quite as easy as we thought. So this is one of the glass windows. It's quite heavy. One of the things we have noticed is that the weight saving is quite considerable. Now, Plastics for Performance tell us that these are direct replacement fits, but what we've found on this particular section, on the fixed section, is that this distance along here at the bottom is actually 5 mil shorter on the plastic ones, which meant that it didn't really sit quite right with the retaining strip that goes down. So what we've had to do, and we've got one fitted, which I'll show you in a second, what we've had to do is put a spacer in, a 5 mil aluminium spacer, just to push the strip out so that it really grips the window. But that seems to work, so we're just waiting for the first window to go off. Come with me and I'll show you. So this is the polycarb window in place, and the all-important mark is here to show that that conforms. So we're just waiting for the silicone to go off at the bottom. We probably need to put some in at the top as well, just to hold that window steady, and then this all functions exactly as it should. which is excellent. You remember last week we made a pattern for the cowl for the new filler cap. So I've been up to the metal workshop to get that into progress, but we won't get that back now until next week to fit into Purdey. So exciting delivery this morning. This is Purdey's suspension. It's just arrived from a 4x4 project in Spain. Minty's come to inspect, and in a minute we'll unpack it and see what we've got. Exciting times. We're going to open, or attempt to open, the suspension package. I guess we'll just have to cut through this. Right, so it looks like the first, oh wow there. That box says that it springs. Box says it springs as well, so I guess we've got front and rear. Oh wow. Look at this. Come in a box. Now this is the sort of box that we are going to have to put our spares in for Dakar. This is the bit we all want to see, isn't it? Oh, and more packaging. Okay, these are the shock absorbers. Now, I don't even know if I can get that out of there easily to sort of show you what it is. I think what we need to do is take them over to the workshop and have a better look. We're just having a look at what's in the chest. So I'm not sure if this is front or back, but there will be both. There's another more stuff underneath the next layer down of foam. And honestly, I don't think we're going to unwrap these right now, for the simple reason that we can't do anything with them for the next week, and we need Felix, our mechanic, to come to help us fit these. But it's pretty exciting. And you also get to have a first look at the sort of chests that we have to put our spares in to go to Dakar. There definitely springs. So these are the front ones. So after all the excitement of receiving the suspension, we're not actually going to be able to do anything with that for another week, because this afternoon I'm going to Morocco. You'll remember that back in February we went to Talataste, to the little village in the Atlas Mountains, where we inaugurated the building of a new school. And tomorrow the school will be officially open, so I need to be there. So I'll see you in Morocco. So I'm here in Marrakesh, and for a change we got a straight through passport, and the flight was actually early. But I'm now waiting for Jeanette to catch me up, and then we're going to Riyadh Star, and tomorrow we're headed into the Atlas Mountains to Talataste, to the school opening. The sun's really lovely. It's the morning of our visit to Talataste, so we're just stuffing bags ready to take to the school kids. got these football bags and these pencil sets to give to the little kiddies who are starting school for the 25-26 season in Talataste. With our party all loaded into the minibus, we start the journey, which is about an hour and a half on the Ouarzazate road towards the little village of Talataste, where we've been so many times before. So our journey takes us past some stunning scenery and then over this small bridge and onto the dusty track that leads up to the village, where the delegation are waiting for us to arrive. As you would expect at an opening, there was a lot of people who had a speech to make and to thank everybody for their help in making the new school a reality. And we were particularly moved to hear the testimony of Malika, the young lady who was one of the first students at the school, who has gone on to be a nurse.
You make these people so happy. You can't believe how happy they are.
Yalla, dinleyin.
So we're in Talataste. We've been to the school opening and we've had a lovely lunch. Everybody's coming back from the lunch.
You both get to appear in this video at the same time with Omar as well, actually.
So we've just come back from an amazing few hours at Talataste, not long enough really, to see the opening of the new school and how happy everybody is that this new facility is now ready. So one of the most moving things for me was the testimony from that young lady Malika, who basically said that being able to go to that school has changed her life, which was really a very emotional moment. Anyway, no time to dwell on that. We've got to go get our glad rags on because it's gala dinner tonight.